all you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began, to start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek, look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began, to start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. You're gone, you're gone. You're not lost, you're not lost. You're gone, you're gone. You're not lost, you're not
Face to face, I found my pain beneath the lies and broken dreams. Lost the love I had in me, it tore me apart, fade away. I felt so lost, but I held on to what I had. For what it's worth, if you're feeling low, just know that you can, yes you can. There's life in love that you hold. Rise above and let it glow. Just know that it's never too late to make a change. Crash and burn, I found myself beneath the I'ma live by. The want to be all I can. Let the rest just crash and burn. Crash and burn. Oh, 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 let it crash and burn. This one for the person who feels alone. This one for the hero who has no home. This one for the one who lived for hope. Changing better days. Pick your head up, keep on fighting, living, loving. Make your mind up. If you want it, take it, fly away, soaring high above the clouds. Hear the voices calling out. Oh, you want love. Crash and burn, I found myself beneath the emptiness. Make your mind up. Wanting more, I let it go. Holding on to love. Breaking through, I feel alive. For once in my life, I'ma live by. The want to be all I can. Let the rest just crash and burn. Let the rest just crash and burn.
Sit down, you sit down, you sit down, you sit down, you. Sit down, you sit down, you sit down, you. Like the cool blue light, 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 like the cool blue light.
Sorry.
You're all good.
And I was talking to myself then. I just realized that. I am a moron. But I do apologize that for ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Devin Howard, Timothy's all right here, guys. I do apologize. Here in about 5 minutes, we're gonna go into qualifying. We're doing a little bit differently. I'm gonna repeat myself. So everyone agreed to do 75% and go throughout the whole night. So track state right now is probably sitting maybe 15-20%, maybe. Probably not even close to that yet, but it's getting there. But everyone did agree to go to 75%, so it's probably going to throw a couple people off. So right now, Scott Dobbs is sitting P1 right now in practice, and Timothy sitting P3. He's going to be a guy to watch out. Devin Howard as well. Daniel Adams sitting P5 right now. Samuel Bachman finally out on the racetrack in the 007. Only drivers here tonight, sadly. But overall, I'm super excited to see what we can do, and here in about 4 minutes, we'll get ready to advance. Here in about 4 minutes, guys. Here in about 4 minutes, we'll advance into qualifying, and that's when the track state would take place. Well, let's hop on board here with our points leader, Devin Howard. Devin Howard's in first by, I believe, 10 points, as Clifford's right behind him, so not too far back from first place with Clifford. And Chris is adjoining, so 9 drivers. So we're looking at 9 drivers. Here's Clifford. He's sitting second in points right behind Devin Howard as he's trying to get his way onto the track to get a couple advancing into qualifying. Try to see who else we can hop on here. Devin Howard's on there. Let's see. Curtis is in the pits. Devin Howard sitting there. We'll just stay on board with Clifford here as he goes around the racetrack here at Cedar. Beautiful 63 car. Love the purple. Sadly, you ain't going to see it pop out like crazy when it gets nighttime, so this is the only time you actually get to see it shine. Sitting with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to advance into tonight's qualifying. Well, like I said, this track state is going to change up just a little bit for you guys. Chris is coming out onto the racetrack right now, so 2 minutes left. Chris in a 764 machine. But even though it has the 45 on the side, so... Chris just throwing in there just a little bit too hard there, as a couple drivers on the Seth is on there right now, and he just sent it into the wall. Not what you want to see. Alright boys, we're sitting with 1:19 left of warm-ups. Like I said, we're going to go advancing into qualifying, and that's when the track state will take place, so it's going to be starting at 75 for some of the guys that just joined. Alright, 30 seconds left until we advance into qualifying. We're going to stay on board with Timothy here. Just to let you guys know, we're sitting with 20 seconds left, and qualifying is going to be 2 minutes long. So make sure you guys do get qualifying in. With the track state being changed, I am going to let everyone who did miss driver's meeting to qualify. Just for tonight, there's only 9 of you, so everyone makes the A main. But just for tonight, so whoever was in driver's meeting, make sure you guys join next week. Alright, boys, hop into qualifying. 2 minutes, 2 laps. Good luck. Remember, 75% track state. Alright, we're going to get our qualifying bar up here real quick. And,
Tyler, I'm going to qualify, but give me an EOL for the heat race.
10-4. As you can tell, track state, it has definitely changed just a hair. And we're going to check it out. Scott Dubs, the first car coming out onto the racetrack here in a 29 machine. As you saw, a different track was placed here at Cedar Lake as we're at 75% track state now. As like I said, they didn't really build a cushion on the top, so it's going to be really, really tough for them to get a good lap here. But everyone's on the racetrack right now. We're going to stay on board with Scott Dobbs as he hugs the bottom in a 1 and 2. First lap in for Scott. He's going to be sitting with a 14.879. Daniel Adam right behind him, second. Or first, actually. Sitting in first with a 14.774. Scott slower on lap number 2. Samuel Bachman up to second with a 14.798. And Daniel Adam faster with the 14.684. Sam Bachman goes quick time here with a 14.664. Curtis Dafferson, of course, climbs to the top chart as well, sitting P2 with the 6.74. Chris sitting P7 right now, last lap for him. Not really used to a slick racetrack for Chris. Devin Howard is blinking. He was having some issues with his internet, but he said he wants an EOL, and as you can tell, he's still blinking in and out. Here comes Seth finally. Seth trying to get some laps in, as he's going to go to the top of the racetrack here. First lap in the book for Seth. What's it going to be? 15.480. He's going to be sitting 9th right now. Can the second lap be improved? And a 3.4 on the bottom. And it is going to be a little bit faster. 15.05. 15.058. That jumps him up to 8th. Results look like this, ladies and gentlemen. Samuel Bach 1. 3rd, Daniel. 4th, Clifford. And 5th, Devin. Heat race, I believe, only number 1 here tonight. That's how I hope they did it. Only 1 heat race. Alright, boys, only 1 heat race. Devin, I just want to make sure that was you that wanted the EOL, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, guys, let's grade up and let's have a good race here. Alright, let's bring in your thing real quick. Here is your starting lineup. Samuel Bachman will start P1 here tonight in his heat race. Curtis Dafferson 2nd. Daniel Adams starts 3rd and inside of row number 2, and outside of him will be Clifford Durisco starting 4th. Starting and inside of row number 3, starting 5th here tonight will be Devin Howard, as he's going to tag the end of the field, sadly. On the outside of him will be Scott Dobbs. Inside row number 4 will be Timothy Masmer. And outside of him will be Seth Krebs. Inside row number 5 will be Kristen. And outside of him would be Joseph Grandy. But I don't think Randy has made it in time. So let's get on Devin Howard here real quick. And move him to the end of the line. And let's get ready for your heat race number 1. Here tonight at Cedar Lake. Heat race number 1, drivers. I think we're just missing Joseph. Joseph, is it letting you grid? And Joseph is a no grid. So Devin's going to tag the end of the back, as you can tell right there. He's blinking a little bit. Thank you for Devin for making it more easier for us here, as we did have a little bit of a hiccup during the supers on Sunday. He was supposed to have something come in the mail today, and it did not come in the mail, sadly. Alright, you guys know the rules. Maintain your pace between 35-40 miles an hour. Only one caution for the heat races by the admin. So good luck, guys. Let's put on a good show. Leader has the choice to go out of turn number 4, not in the middle of 3 and 4 or turn 3. Just turn 4, boys. Good luck. Number 1 about to take action here tonight. Who do you got in heat race number 1, as the whole 9 field is out here tonight? And we are getting ready to go green flag racing here at Cedar Lake. Samuel Bachman sitting P1 right now. Pretty good racing. Daniel Adams sitting P2. Curtis drops back to P3. Daniel looking the inside of Samuel. Not going to get it. Samuel leads lap number 1. Couple cars in the back sideways. Chris is going to stay to the back, as he's not used to track states like this. It's a little bit slick for him, so he's going to have to get used to these slick tracks and see how it goes. Curtis falls back to P5, sadly, as Clifford and Timothy go at it for P number 3. Curtis is going to get underneath Timothy there and run on the Daniel Adams trying to hunt down your leader right now, Sam Bachman. Sam Bachman on the bottom of the racetrack as everyone's hugging the bottom. Couple people just hugging the bottom. Like I said, track state not the best condition right now. This is what everyone wanted. This is what people wanted, and this is what people are going to get. Right now, track seems to be one lane. 3 laps to go for Sam Bachman. Sam Bachman leading. 3 laps to go. Daniel Adams going to peak to the top now. Daniel goes to the top in 1 and 2. He's going to try to carry his momentum into 3 and 4. He's going to stay in the middle in 3 and 4. Sam on the bottom. He's right there, not giving up. Battle for the leads, hitting up as Daniel Adams right there, not giving up on the top side. Daniel in the wall, getting the fence. That's going to give Clifford second now. Clifford running the bottom. He's running down your first, second place positions right now. White flag waving for Sam Bachman into 1 and 2, clean as he can. Bottom of 3 and 4, Samuel Bachman will lead from green to checkered here in tonight's heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 results look like this. Sam Bachman, Daniel Adam, Clifford Durisco, Curtis, Timothy, Scott, Devin, Seth, and Chris. All sitting right there in 9th. And Joseph Grandy, I don't think it's going to let him hop out here tonight, sadly. Alright, boys, we're going to do 3 minutes. Let's try to burn the bottom and try to get the top built up a little bit. Try to get a 2-lane groove here going. As I'm going to take a little bit of a breather and have these guys breaking the track perfectly, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. And here is your starting lineup for tonight's A main. Starting on the outside of row number 5 would be Joseph Grandy. On the inside of him would be Christian. Outside of row number 4 would be Seth Krebs and Devin Howard on the inside of him. Inside of row number 3 would be Scott Dobbs and Timothy Masmer. I do apologize for your last name if I do not pronounce it wrong. Outside row number 2 would be Curtis Stafferson and Clifford Dorisco. And here is your starting lineup in the front row. Starting from the outside of row number 1 would be the 75 Daniel Adam. And starting pole here tonight in the heat race number 1 winner goes to Samuel Bachman. Starting pole here tonight. Can he lead all 40 laps here tonight, or can Daniel pull up the upset, or can Clifford somehow take the points lead tonight? Well, no, we're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, boys and... Well, I think it says boys. I hope there ain't no girls in here. I don't know. Alright, boys, let's grid up. Let's get ready to rock and roll. 40 laps of distance. Good luck, guys. Samuel, you have control out of turn number 4. Same thing in the heat race. If you cause 2 or more cautions, you'll be asked to park for the night. If you guys talk on the mic, you'll be given a warning. If you do not, if you keep talking, you'll be asked to park and you'll be suspended for 1 week. But overall, guys, let's have a good race. Maintain the pace between 35-40 miles an hour. Good luck. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Samuel Bachman leading. Can he lead all 40 laps here tonight? I don't know. We're going to find out as we're getting ready, as we're 1 to green this time by. Samuel Bachman, Daniel Adam, Clifford Dorisco, Curtis Stafferson, Timothy, Scott Dobbs, Devin Howard, Seth Krebs, Chris, and Joseph Grandy all here tonight. Good field of cars, slicked off racetrack, can never ask for anything better. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, into 3 and number 4. We are racing.
Green flag, green flag.
Lap number 1 in the books right now. Daniel Adams going to jump to the top. Clifford on the bottom. Almost 3 wide for the lead already. Clifford's going to stick to the bottom. 3 wide for second. Curtis Stafferson on the move on the top side. He's going to set P4. Daniel Adams trying to pass Samuel here for second. He's ripping the lip in 1 and 2. Clifford holding off P2 right now. Same with Daniel. Daniel and Clifford back and forth with P2. Samuel Bachman leading this field right now. Joseph Grandy sitting P9 right now, running the bottom side of the racetrack. Devin Howard taking it easy as he having some internet issues. Still as he waits until he gets his cord in tomorrow. Sadly, he cannot be in tonight. But he is getting points for showing up. That's all that matters. Clifford falls back to P3 as Scott Dobbs is working the middle side now. The middle and the top seems to be working just a little bit hair faster than that bottom side as Scott's going to get a run. Scott takes P3 away from Clifford. Daniel Adam looking on the outside of Samuel. Samuel right there. He's going to stay glued to the bottom. Daniel Adams going to try to get him on the outside. He's right there, side by side, door to door. Not giving up. 35 laps to go. Daniel Adam trying everything in the 75 machine to get it going. Scott Dobbs got a line going as he caught up to first and second now. Scott, Daniel, Sam, all right, 3-car battle for the lead. Clifford not leaving him alone as well, but here comes Curtis. Curtis is trying to get around Clifford there as well. Battle for the lead still heating up between Daniel Adam and Samuel Bachman. Bachman staying glued to the bottom. Same thing kind of for Clifford. Clifford staying consistent to the bottom. Scott is just the only one trying a little bit something different as he had something going, and it's slowly, but it's still kind of there for him. Just got to hit your lines and marks right. Daniel takes the lead down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Daniel has the lead coming out of 4 right now. Sam drops back to second. Daniel Adam up front leading this race. The top of 3 and 4 has definitely come in the factor here tonight. Sam trying to get something back up and rolling into 007 once again. Joseph Grandy right there, right behind Seth and Devin, trying to take his time to get around him as Seth is trying to get something going to get past Devin as well. hop back up there to your top 3. Scott Dobbs still there in P3's trying to run down your second place runner, Samuel. Samuel just, like I said, he really wanted the 75% track state, but that bottom went away for him, and that's going to give the opportunity to Daniel. Daniel, definitely a top dog here tonight at Cedar. And the 75 machine right there. Sam and Daniel all right there, still side by side. Sam's gonna hit the mark, same as Daniel. Daniel has to be consistent now. No mistakes coming from Daniel. Daniel's gonna be right there battling with him. As we hop on board with Curtis and Timothy. Curtis and Timothy are going at it for now for P5. Curtis was up to 4th, now he falls back to 6th. Curtis in the 15 trying to get something on once again to get past Timothy here. But we're going to hop back up with the first as Sam Bachman slowly getting there, almost there for a slide job. He's going to be patient, take his time. Timothy and Curtis still going at it for position. Same thing with Joseph Granny and Seth as they're all battling back there. But the main battle is up here in the front as you got 4 cars right there as Samuel Bachman gets into the wall just a little bit. Gives Scott Dobbs some time to catch up to him as well. Scott on the 1 and 2 higher than the guys usually are. Scott might have something on it, and Clifford is in the pits. Not too sure what happened. But he's going to be put in a pit. Seth Krebs right there, not giving up. Scott Dobbs working the outside line. Daniel Adams going to go to the bottom. Samuel Bachman. Bachman back to the outside of Daniel Adams. They're almost 3 wide for first. Samuel takes the lead once again on the top side. Here comes Daniel with the slider. Sam crosses underneath. Does he get a run down the backstretch? Yes, he does. Samuel takes the lead once again. Scott Dobbs right there and inside of Daniel Adams. Contact being made right there still. Side by side. Scott takes second. Daniel holding off P3 right now to Clifford. Side by side battling Scott Dobbs and Daniel Adams right there. Daniel gets a little bit of contact there from Scott in the back end. Clifford's going to get the bottom side of Daniel now. Possibly a slider here coming from Clifford, but Clifford's been pretty dominant to that bottom side throughout this whole race. As we're 18 laps to go, Samuel back in the lead once again. Does Scott Dobbs have anything left for Samuel here? Hopefully he does. Clifford and Daniel side by side racing for P3 right now. Clifford looking pretty good. Daniel making mistakes on the top side, leaving Clifford the bottom side where that little patch of tackiness is. Watch him as he runs in the bottom of 1 and 2 here. He's going to try to keep his front nose into that tack as he didn't right there. He's going to run that middle side, so there might be something there in that middle down that scene as he does it in 3 and 4 a little bit as well. But Daniel holding him off so far so good right now as they're still side by side battling with 15 laps to go. Scott Dobbs falling back to by a hair. He's about a second back now. Daniel Adams going to get some ground now as he finally gets some breathing room from Clifford. Clifford's going to go to the top, possibly get some momentum here going. Front line coming from Clifford here. He's going to get a run side by side with Daniel again. 12 laps remaining. Scott Dobbs in the wall. Scott's in the wall. Here comes Daniel. Daniel right there. He gets off the wall. Side by side for second now. Daniel throws a slider for second. Scott Dobbs right there, not leaving him any room. Still there. Clifford's going to go right back to the bottom. They're 3 wide for second. Daniel Adams takes second away from Scott. Scott's going to go right behind him, tagging along. Clifford still holding, trying to get that P3 here tonight as he's going to battle with Scott Dobbs now with 10 laps to go. Samuel Bachman up front leading this race, pacing the field. No caution free right now. Chris is a lap down. Hate to see that for Chris. But Samuel Bachman, man, he's on a mission here tonight. And as I say that, Scott Dobbs gets into the wall once again. That's going to force Daniel Adams, or not Daniel Adams, sorry, Clifford, into the bottom of the racetrack to check up for him. Scott making mistakes as we're 9 laps to go already. Daniel's going to take his time as he sits P2 comfortably. Scott sitting there P3. Clifford all over the back end of him. Lap car might be in factor with 8 laps to go with these guys. Clifford right underneath of him, making some side-by-side moves. Clifford might have something for Scott here. Scott's going to do a slider line here in 3 and 4. He's going to get caught back up to Daniel. Daniel catches the wall. Clifford not giving up. Like I said, he is running him down. So is Timothy. Timothy's on the bottom of the racetrack. Timothy might have something with 6 laps to go here tonight as Scott Dobbs finally caught back up to Daniel Adam. Daniel getting past Chris here for him to put him a lap down. Side by side, door to door, nose to tail here at Cedar Lake. A little bit of a net code, I think, right there from Scott. It could have been on my end, not too sure. Still there, side by side. Clifford's gonna rip the lip, gonna give Scott his run here. Running for P3, here comes Clifford. Clifford with the slider move. Not clear yet, but he's gonna stay there. He's still side by side, 3 laps to go already in tonight's A main. 4 laps, sorry. Samuel must be on a mission because he is 3.5 seconds gone from the second place runner. Wow. Daniel Scott still going at it. Samuel, 3 laps to go already in tonight's A main. Caution free so far. Clifford into the wall. That's going to give Timothy that 4th position now. Timothy's going to take P4 and Scott Dobbs working on Daniel Adam. 2 laps remaining. Daniel Adams, Scott Dobbs still there side by side. Anybody's game right here. He's right behind Scott, so that bottom or middle might be having something with 1 flag, white flag remaining this time by. Foul Scott Dobbs. This is where it's going to get risky. It's going to push him to the scales right here. Can he get one last run into 3 and 4? He's going to go to the top. Daniel's going to protect. Scott's going to stride the middle on the top, and he's going to get it, and Scott will take P3. Top 3, please, to the front stretch without wrecking, and also into the waiting room. What a race from Samuel. Samuel getting the win here tonight. Sitting P1, leading by almost 4 seconds, I think it says. Almost 4.5 seconds. Just stay right there until I say you guys are good. Just waiting on Mr. Scott Dobbs. Alright, awesome guys. Head to the waiting room. I'll pull you up one at a time. Alright, let's hop on Scott Dobbs here as we get ready for your interviews. Do apologize for everyone watching. I do like to take my time when it comes to interviews, and hopefully I don't have any issues when I do interviews here tonight, as I did like I did in the super late models, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll go to camera 2. I like camera 2 a little bit better. Alright. Alright. Scott, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alright, man. Hey, you looked pretty good out there. You were second for a while. You and Sam were going at it, and kind of, well, take us back kind of to what happened when you were up there battling with Sam and Daniel. Is this a back and forth game? Like, take us back. What was going through your mind during that time?
Oh, I was just biding my time. I knew I felt quicker, but hitting your line time after time was the challenge. You mess up a little bit, you get into the wall, and next thing you know, you're 6/10 slower.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. I mean, you kind of made a couple mistakes hitting the wall, which kind of hurt you just a little bit. But coming towards the end of a couple laps, towards the end, you finally caught up to Daniel. Was there any chance that you could possibly get a slider on Daniel, or were you praying for a mistake there from him?
Praying for a mistake, but he got the wall quite a few times too. I couldn't capitalize. But if you try anything down low tonight, you were going to give up a position if somebody was following you. I knew Cliff was back there. He had poked his nose a couple times, so I'd rather ride and take third than try to take second.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Well, Scott, all I can say, congrats to you on a third place finish here tonight in Outlaw Dirt Series. Before you go, is there anybody on the car you like to thank?
No, I just thank the guys at 3D, my dad for supporting me, MDI TV, and that's about it.
All right, Scott, thank you for coming out here tonight, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Absolutely. Not to mention my mom. Thank you, Mom.
All right. I'll see
Have a
you
good one.
later. Shout out to Scott's mom there. Let's bring in your second place runner, Daniel Adam. Daniel, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you're up. You're leading a couple laps. Take us back to what happened. Was it just mind games right there? Simple mistakes? Like, what happened when you were just leading and you kind of gave it away to Samuel again?
Yeah, I could tell he was a lot better than me on the top, and my car had a lot more left rear traction, so I didn't really want to run up top. It kind of wanted to be going straight, and yeah, I tried the bottom, tried to hit that grip going on the backstretch, and it didn't work. And yeah, he drove by me, and then Scott got by me, and I thought I was going to lose third to Driscoll there, but able to fight back by him, and then Scott made a mistake, and I was able to close in, and then we had a really good race for second there. So hats off to Samuel, and yeah, it was fun. See you all next week.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. But before you go, is there anybody in the car you want to thank?
Yeah, I gotta thank all my sponsors in real life to help me get up and down the road. You can check them all out at danieladams75.com.
All right, awesome. Well, Daniel, congrats on the second place run here tonight, and hopefully see you again next week.
Thank you, sir.
And I accidentally did that. All right, let's bring in your feature winner as he pretty much dominated the field, Samuel Bachman. Samuel, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, dominant performance here by you tonight. Take us back how you felt, and man, I'm speechless, man. You pretty much led the almost the entire race, and you beat pretty much everyone behind you by almost 4 seconds. Just take us back how you felt.
Yeah, I was rolling the bottom there for a little bit at the beginning of the race, and I can't remember who got by me, but they were ripping the top side, and once it got by me, I went up there and started tearing it down, and for some reason, whoever was leading dropped to the bottom in 1 and 2. Must have just been checking to see how it was, and I got a good run coming out of 1 and 2 on them, and it's pretty much gone from there, I guess you could say. But I was just trying to keep the car under control, keep it straight, and not spin the tires so much while I was on that top side.
Oh yeah, 100%. During that race, how long did you think that bottom was gonna stay pretty tacky or towards the middle?
I thought it was gonna be pretty good for, I mean, at least half the race, but it seemed like 10 laps in or 5 laps in, it just kind of went away. So once whoever got by me, I got up as soon as I could, but I was kind of hoping the bottom stayed.
Oh yeah, 100%. All right, well, Samuel, congrats on a win here tonight. First win in the season, I do believe. So congrats to you on that. Before you go, is there anybody on the car you want to thank?
Yeah, all the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop, he's really been working hard on the dig. Sam McConnell setups, Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, Vertex Graphics, and obviously you guys are at Outlaw Dirt Series for putting this on and you for streaming it.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Well, Samuel, congrats to you on a nice one here tonight, and hopefully another one for you next week as well. So, I hope you have a great night, Samuel, and congrats again.
Thank you, Tyler. You have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's going to wrap up your interviews here tonight. I hope everyone had a great night here. I sure did, with this track state being a little bit slowish than I expected, but overall I was happy. But hopefully everyone had a good show for you to watch here tonight, and of course we'll be back once again for Sunday for the super late models, and next Tuesday for the UMP's Week 5. As of right now, points-wise, let's take a look at that because it's definitely going to be a little bit closer now with Devin in the back of the race, the back of the field. Sorry. Take a look at points here on my phone. And points-wise, right now for UMPs, Devin's still leading points by just 5 points. So Devin Howard sitting in first with 500, and Clifford right there behind him with a 495. Scott as well sitting P3 with 475. Curtis sitting fourth, and Daniel Adams sitting fifth with a 410. So pretty tight points right now in your top 5. Anybody's game right now still, but right now it's between Devin and Clifford. So hopefully maybe next week a little bit. And hopefully we have a good car count than we had tonight. But overall, guys, that's how I'm going to wrap it up here tonight. I hope everyone has a great night and always have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on Sunday.
You used to stop this world from spinning. Like Superman, you were the only one to find the strength in all that I was dealing with. This life like kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass you hold. Oh, 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 and I fall too deep. You be right when I wait to save me. A superhero in me. A superhero in me. You called my soul when I was falling. You moved the clouds to stop me from hitting the ground. In every goal there was a meaning. For this love ain't kryptonite. And if